Well, my brothers, if you are thinking about throwing in the towel or giving up on your dreams and your goals, this right here is going to change your life. Look, most men are looking for inspiration. They are scrolling, watching videos, listening to podcasts, trying to find something that reminds them that they are still alive on the inside. But what if I told you inspiration might be waiting for you in a place that you never considered? Here is one: KFC. Yes, KFC. Not for the food. I'm not talking about the food. Yes, I know you might like the chicken and all these different things, but it's not for the food. It is for a reminder, just for a reminder. Because, see, the man who started it all, Colonel Sanders, didn't find success until he was 65 years old. Now, let that sink in for a minute. You are telling yourself that you are too old, you're way behind. But Colonel Sanders started when he was 65 years old. Hear this. Too many men quietly believe this lie. My brothers, they are saying to themselves, I am too old. I missed my window. I should have been farther along by now. And guess what? Even though they're not saying that out loud so that others can hear it, look at their life. It shapes everything because as a man think on the inside, so is he on the outside. They stop dreaming, they stop trying, and they are settling for less, way below their potential. Not because they lack ability, but because they have accepted a timeline that was never theirs to carry from the beginning. Hear this. There is a text in the Bible said that the vision have an appointed time. They have put a timeline on it that was never theirs to carry from the beginning. And here's the truth that most men need to hear. Look, brothers, if you feeling like you're behind, that doesn't mean that you're finished. It doesn't mean that you're finished. That is why I encourage men to do this simple thing. Do this one simple thing for me. Go sit in KFC, look around, and think about the man who was rejected over and over. A man who didn't quit when people said no. A man who didn't let age talk him out of his purpose. Look, brothers, Colonel Sanders didn't wait to feel confident. He didn't wait to feel younger. He moved with what he had right where he was. And guess what? History met him right there. Now look at his franchise. Look at his business. Look at what he has done. And you are telling yourself that you are too late, you're behind, you should have been farther along instead of starting right where you at right there and use what you have. Look, man, most men don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they convince themselves it's too late for them. But here is something that I want to inspire you with. If you are still breathing, guess what? Your assignment isn't finished. It's not finished. Age doesn't cancel your purpose, first of all. A mistake doesn't erase your calling. And if it is delayed, guess what? You haven't been denied. No. Here is the real danger. The real danger isn't starting late, it is never starting at all. That's the real danger. Brothers, you are not late and you are not done. Now, let's make this practical because inspiration without action fades. And I love what the Bible said. It says, faith without works is dead. You can say you have faith as much as you want to, but if you don't put action behind it, nothing is going to happen. It's the same thing with inspiration. I can inspire you as much as I want. But if you don't take action and do the things that encouraging you to do, nothing will happen. Nothing will change in your life. Here is something I want to encourage you to do this week. First, write the dream down, not the whole plan, just the thing you have been afraid to admit you want. you still want. Write not that one thing. Just write the thing that you have been afraid to admit you still want. Write it down. Second, take one small step. It could be one call. Fill out one application. Guess what? Movements, it breaks fear. When you take a step, you'll find yourself like you are building momentum. And guess what? You become unstoppable. Movement breaks fear. That's why I say take one small step. And you'll find yourself encouraging yourself and inspiring yourself, saying, man, I took it one small step. Ooh, let me try another one. And next thing you know, you're going, and you're gone. Third, please, this is big. Change your language. Stop saying one day and start saying, this is my season. One day can keep going like tomorrow. Tomorrow never come. It's tomorrow. When today come, when you get to today, it's now tomorrow again. It's a tomorrow always a ways off. You never get there. So stop saying one day and start saying, this is my season. The time is now. And finally, make this decision. Say this to yourself. I will not quit on myself anymore. I will not quit on myself anymore. Say that to yourself. Make that decision. You don't need momentum right now. What you need obedience to take the next step. You need that obedience. You need that confidence. Take that next step. Be obedient. Keep your word to yourself. When I say keep your word to yourself, the word, the promise that you make to yourself, I'm going to take one step. Try keeping your word to yourself. Keep your word just like you keep it with everyone else. Oh, I'll be there tomorrow. Well, keep it for yourself. I'm going to take a next step and take that step. Start there. So if you've been feeling stuck, my brothers, hear this. If you've been questioning whether it's too late, go sit in KFC. And remember this: late starts, it still creates win. It still creates winners. Late starts still win. Purpose still calls. And your story, it's not over. So the lies that you were believing, stop believing those lies. That is too late for you. You have missed your window. Your time is up. Look at Colonel Sanders. Look at the legacy that he has left. You are not too late. But if you're telling yourself and continue to tell yourself that it's over for you, guess what? That's the harvest that you're going to reap. And that's why we teach. When you change the way you think, you begin to change the way you see yourself because you allow yourself to open up to look at people like Colonel Sanders and see the steps that they have taken, where they were at that time when they take that step, and it will encourage you. It will encourages you to go ahead and take that step and reminds you that you're not too old. It's never too late. You're not too young. It is your dreams. It is your goals. If you don't put nothing in, you will never get anything out. What a man sow, that shall he reap. Success is there for every one of us. Whosoever will, whosoever put their hands to the plow, their reward will be great. But if you talk yourself out of it by listening to other people, guess what? You can't blame anyone else. You have to take responsibility for where you at, what you have done, and then you will be courageous enough to make the change so that you can see your dreams and your goals in front of you. See them as attainable and continue to pursue them, and they will become what you want them to. Mm-mm. So again, this is Nelson. I want to thank you guys for watching, liking, and sharing. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Check us out at NelsonRobinsonSenior.com and at Nelson Robinson Senior HOH. Peace. Until next time, we love you and we out.